When is this guy going to stop running back and forth? Connor, get your ass back to physical therapy. All right, anyway. Oh, hey, guys. How's it going? Welcome to the MMA-Holes road trip. We're on our way to the studio. Once again, there's traffic, unfortunately, but it looks like it's loosening up. We're going to talk about Knuckle FC Boobies, the fight this Friday night. Saturday, we have UFC, right, Jesse?
Right.
That's right. SANDHAGEN versus Dillashaw. Xmma 2 is coming your way. And we have a special guest. But we can't get to him until we gotta get to the studio. Can you hit the waves? Maybe we might have to detour.
Okay.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, MMA-Holes, You like to be a mixed martial a-hole.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, UFC Vegas 32 Fight Week, SANDHAGEN, Dillashaw, Bare Knuckle, coming up Friday night, Boobies, XMMA 2, we have a special guest, Big Mo with the Hey, got my Head Rush shirt on. You have your Head Rush shirt on. That's absolutely wonderful, wonderful. We have a lot of posters behind us back here. We have the boobs. We have the XMMA 2. We got the UFC. A lot of content to get to tonight. And yeah, I cannot wait for all these fights to happen. Knuckle FC. We have the rematch between the ladies, Cody and SANDHAGEN. They were training partners, and Cody was TJ was suspended. XMMA 2, July 30th. That's happening as well. And Jesse,
Yesy.
Thank God for our guest tonight, because I got to say this. There is no one better to talk about XMMA 2 than their own version of Bruce Buffer. We can push Bruce aside. The youngest ever. The youngest announcer in the whole wide world, Jesse.
Yeah?
The universe.
Okay, tell me
The
more.
youngest. The best looking.
Okay.
We got Big Mo with us, Jesse.
Took a long time.
All right. Big Mo, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thank y'all so much for having me. I'm excited to get going here.
All right. So, fun story. We were asked to show XMMA 2, and we couldn't be more thrilled about it. They put on such a great show the first time around, and we were wondering, we were throwing it around, who is going to be the announcer this time? I mean, they have such a good production.
Yeah.
Who is going to be the guy inside the cage, roaring the names and getting the crowd pumped up? And yes, the crowd is back, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the clouds part, and here you are, just pushing them aside. There you are, Cody Big Mo Martz here live with us. Now, Cody, tell us about XMMA. You're going to be the announcer. How pumped are you for this?
I'm excited, man. I have the coolest job in the world. I'm a ring announcer. I love entertaining the fans. That's why I was excited to be on this show, because y'all have some crazy fans as well, and I'm curious to see what questions and what they're going to throw at me here in that live chat. But I connected with XMMA over social media. They were looking for an announcer that kind of fit their job or fit their brand. I believe that I think I can deliver that. I know I can deliver that. I love to blow the roof off any arena that I'm in. Love to get wild, love to get loud, and love to entertain the fight fans, man. That's it.
I was going down the Big Mo rabbit hole over here, checking out your Instagram, and his Instagram is official.bigmo. Go check him out. Follow him over there, and you catch his wonderful, wonderful content. And the first thing that jumped into my mind, I don't know. Oh, log in, Chris. Oh, Jesse, I got to log in. Could you freaking believe this?
Come on, Mom.
What kind of show? Fire, not now. I don't want to do this. What is this, Jesse? What's going on here?
Get your shite together.
All right. Anyway, the first thing I noticed when I saw you, you are an extremely tall individual. How tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
Whoa, 6'7", Jesse.
Are you really?
Yes.
So
no.
Do you have background in any other sports like basketball, football?
So I played sports growing up. Martial arts was actually my first sport. I did karate for about 6-7 years of my life, but I got into football more heavily. I ended up playing college football at the Division I level at the University of Northern Colorado.
Oh, wow. So, okay, so now you're playing football. Oh, wow. So this guy actually knows what he's doing here. A martial artist, a football player. And now how did the mic get into your hand?
It's kind of crazy, man. I wanted to work in entertainment for a long time when I was in college, and I thought I was going to work on the business side of entertainment. But then I quickly realized that I was pretty comfortable in front of people, and I had buddies that said, "Hey, man, have you ever tried your hand at commentary?" And at the time, I was so burnt out of football and basketball and all the team sports that I play, I really wasn't interested. But you know what? I love combat sports, and I'm a massive fan of the UFC, big boxing fan. I'm a fan above all else. And so I got connected with a promotion in Colorado. They brought me on as a commentator. I saw what their ring announcer at the time was doing, and I go, you know what? I can do that. I'm certain that I can do that. So I took over the announcer job, quickly turned that into my own brand. It's quickly become its own thing. Like you said, I'm the youngest ring announcer in the world, and I'm just excited to get better and better. I believe I'm improving. I believe I'm doing the right things to be successful and to entertain as many fans as possible. That's my number one job, and that's really all I care about is the MMA fight community enjoys what I do. I like creating an environment and excitement that, you know what, we like to drink a little bit, we like to get a little crazy, like to scream and yell and curse and have a good time, and that's what I plan on doing in South Carolina on July 30th.
The place should be rocking. We have some friends from the show that are going to be showing up to this event. Cannot wait to see it.
It's so weird. Most announcers, like when they're speaking normally in a conversation, you don't really hear it in their voice until they have the mic in their hand. But with you, it's like you actually hear it in a normal conversation. It's so bizarre.
Is this your real voice? Yeah. Or are you putting on a show for us right now?
No, this is my real voice. This is typically how I talk. I guess you could say I'm giving it just a little bit of sprinkle on top because I am on camera and I am live right now. But for the most part, this is how I talk. Yeah.
Now, we asked Bruce Buffer if he yells, "It's time" during sex, and he says he doesn't. So we want the good news from you. Yours is, it's "Let's get wild." Is that what it is?
Get wild.
Get wild. Okay, so now.
It's perfect.
You know where I'm going with this, right? Do you like, right when you're about ready to climax, get wild? Do we get this?
Well, you see, get wild, it's more so of a catchphrase to bring everyone together, to bring the audience together. So
and have sex.
When I do say get wild, it's more so for the other person that's with me or the other people that are with me. So it's not necessarily for myself,
okay,
but it may be a cue for other people. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I plead the fifth.
See, he's a smart man, this guy. Big Mo is with us live. He'll be announcing for XMMA 2. That's July 30th, and it's going to be shown on this channel. He has a link. Tickets for this is on xmma.com, right? Is that the website over there?
Yes, sir.
We got to shuttle the information to you guys so you can get tickets for this thing, and if you'd like to watch it, it's a beautiful thing that XMMA is doing this for free. The UFC is charging these crazy pay-per-view prices. A lot of regional promotions have these pay-per-views, and for XMMA to do something like this for free and put on a great production, it's amazing what they're doing.
No, I was really impressed by it. It was interesting when they hit me up over social media, because there wasn't too much information on them. They're still a very new promotion. Obviously, they were building. I'm sure they were building and developing through COVID. I'm sure that created its own bit of challenges. But they had their show in January, and I tuned in and watched it. And I was like, all right, like they're onto something here. They want this fun, exciting brand. They want to create that atmosphere and energy. I watched your stream of it all. I mean, that's really what intrigued me, is how they were approaching everything. They are trying to do something that's unique, that's a little bit different, and I'm excited to be a part of it, man. It is very exciting. It's so funny. I'm looking at you right now, and I'm looking at your Instagram as you're speaking. And the only thing and I'm an older man. I mean, you're 25, she's 25. I'm 44 years old. I'm an old fucking man right now. So I remember this reference over here. I'm going to throw out for all the old people in the chat right now. Has anyone ever told you that you look like Max Headroom? That is a first. Okay. Now, oddly enough, the number one comparison that I get, and I really like it, to be honest with you, and I'm going to start owning it, is people say that I look like the announcer from Dragon Ball Z from the tournaments. Well, that's not, you know what, that's not. I wear sunglasses in the ring. They wear it. I've gotten a lot of people call me the Miz from WWE before. I mean, I've gotten it all, man. I love it. Now, this reference is very old. I think this is from the 80s, for God's sakes. I'm going to show you a picture here. Okay, do you have sunglasses by you by any chance? I can go get some. All right, go get sunglasses immediately. I'm going to show this really quick. Your minds are going to be blown here. Now, Max Headroom was a guy back in the 80s that was very popular. He was sarcastic. He was a witty guy, and he would glitch. He would glitch and shit. I don't know if I could play the glitch, but I'm going to show this picture over here, and I'm telling you what, Jesse, this is out of control. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull it up next to him. Let's just do this real quick. I should have queued this up beforehand, Jesse, but this is But you didn't think of it beforehand. No, I did not think of it. Okay, here we go. All right. God. No! Okay, oh, you... All right, hold on a second. Hold on. All right, hold on a second here. My God! Oh, it's perfect. I'm telling you right. Oh, my God. You look just like him. Someone screenshot this. I am starstruck right now. This is going on Instagram. Oh, this is amazing. I tell you what, Max Headroom was the biggest thing when I was a child. It was the best thing out there. Wow. Maybe you're reincarnated as Max Headroom. This could be possible here, Jess. What do you think? Maybe. I would say so. It could be. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Now, okay, here we go. Let's do a little inside joke here, okay? All right. This event that's happening. Now, Max Headroom used to glitch when he talked. Is there a way throughout this event, one time, you could do a little shout out to this community by just glitching in the middle of like one of your things here? Any announcement. It could be anything you want to say. But it'd be like just like he had Tourette's. You see, I'm a perfectionist when I announce. I don't like making mistakes, so I don't think so. I can't break my flow. Okay, I can't break my flow. But I did get some people in the live chat talking about that they're going to be in South Carolina and they want to take pictures. I'm all for that. That can be the shout out for the MMA whole community. Then in those pictures, you must glitch in the pictures or something. We need to glitch. Or put the sunglasses on. All right, Instagram story, whatever. Listen, Big Mo is with us right now live, and it's a pleasure to have him on here. It's good to see. We've dealt with a lot of ring announcers out there. But I have to say, out of all the people that we've dealt with, all had different personalities, different ways of marketing themselves. But you're doing it in a way that's pretty unique. And I have to say, I love the way you're going about this. It's kind of like, it feels like an MTV vibe, the way you're going out there. This just kind of cool, young, hip thing going here. What was the inspiration for this whole image? That's a great question. Yeah, that's a really good question. So here's why. Here's how I looked at it. Whenever I start something, whether it be a career or a hobby, I want to be the best that I can at it. I want to jump to the peak, right? I want to be the best ring announcer in the world. I want to be that. I want to be the top guy. And so I was looking at the industry and I was seeing everything. And the number one trend that I saw, ring announcers are a little bit older. It is what it is. I love them. They're great. Like Bruce Buffer, man, the gold standard. He's an idol to me. Awesome, Bruce, if you're watching this, shout out. But a lot of these ring announcers are a little bit older. And a lot of commentators in MMA and boxing are a little bit older. And we wonder why that fight community, why the sport isn't as popular with younger people. I was the first big fight fan in my group. All my college football teammates, we all like to drink, we all like to party, we all like to have a good time. And I started throwing fights on in our pre-games before we go to the bars or before the party kicked off. And no one understood the fights, no one understood the rules, no one understood much about it. But you know what they did understand? They understand that when the lights went out and two guys or two women stepped in and scrapped, and the energy and the excitement, they loved it. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, you know what? I think I can help make MMA and boxing the #1 sport amongst people in my age demographic. It's fun, it's exciting, it's loud, it's crazy, different countries, it's violent as shit. I love it, and all my friends love it, and the younger demographic loves it. So when I was looking at ring announcing, I was like, how can I tie this together? How can I stand out? How can I be different? The sunglasses are a perfect example, man. A lot of people haven't liked them, and that's fine. I don't know why they don't like them. I couldn't tell you. But here's what I'll tell you on the sunglasses. I'll never forget this story. It's one of my favorite stories. I had a fight fan come up to me after a show, and she goes, you really should take the sunglasses off. I don't like them. And I go, let me ask you this question. She was wearing a different fight promotion shirt, so I knew that she was a little bit of a fan. I go, you've been to other fights before, right? And she goes, yeah. And I go, okay, I'm just curious. And I listed off the promotions that I'm sure she went to, and I nailed them all. It was some of the more regional promotions. I go, let me ask you this. What was the ring announcer's name for those promotions? And she goes, I don't know. And I go, what's my name? And she goes, you're Big Mo or whatever. I go, exactly my point.
That makes sense.
I'm in there to create an atmosphere. I'm in there to get the fans hyped up. That's my only job. If the sunglasses make you pay attention a little bit more, so be it.
You know, it's funny you say this story. It's a similar thing with us, the MMA-Holes. We had a lot of people tell us, change the name. 5 years ago, everyone and their mother was saying, if you want to be taken seriously, you got to change the name. And we were like, nope, not doing it. And, you know, we probably lost some, you know, maybe sponsors earlier in our show, but because we stuck to our guns, we grew a great community. We have great sponsors now, and now we're living with no regrets over here. So the story with the sunglasses, the point is, stick to your guns, right?
Amen to that. And for everyone that might be watching this or everyone that might not be a fan of my work yet, tune into XMMA next week. I'm going to blow the roof off that arena. That's my job. That's what I love to do. I'm going to entertain all of you, and maybe I can keep working to make you a fan someday.
We're live with Cody Big Mo Momarts here live on the MMA-Holes. And yeah, XMMA is coming up on our channel. We'll be reacting to this thing, and we're going to see him in the center stage over there, roaring to the crowd. Cannot wait to see this. Inspirations. I know you came from sports, a martial arts background here. There are some big announcers. I mean, Michael and Bruce Buffer. There are people that have done this before you. Who is one guy or gal, or who is someone that has inspired you?
You named them. It's Bruce and Michael. You know, when I look at this, and like I said, when I start something, I want to aim to be the best at it. That's how I approach things. Mm-hmm. And they've been the gold standard of announcing for a long time now. Michael has dominated boxing. Bruce has dominated MMA. And what's cool is they each have their own unique style. And the thing is they both work. I don't think there's necessarily a correct game plan to this. I don't think there's a textbook way to do it. And so when I look at my announcing and when I look at things that I can kind of take inspiration for, is say, you know what, I like how he did that, or for the female, I like how she said that thing, and I kind of draw inspiration from different places, and I create basically an amalgamation of it all. And so I think that my youth, my ability to work with the fight community, I read all your comments, I read what you have to say, all the constructive criticism, all the things that I can improve upon. I believe that when you piece those together, that's, I think, what can make me a great announcer. And so, but as terms of inspiration from other announcers, it would be the Buffer brothers, man. They're the gold standard. Yeah,
I see the way you speak too. It's in a way, it sounds very much as like a Bruce. And the one thing we took from Bruce Buffer is he is so well spoken outside of the cage. Like, he is so well put together. You can tell the guy reads, and he's a smart individual. He's a great businessman. Let me ask you a question. Do you read books?
I do. I'm an academic, really. I was a better student in college than I was a football player. I like to joke, but got my master's degree in business, got an MBA. I studied it all 5 years. I was a better student than I was a football player, and so I love learning, man. And it's interesting you brought that up, because I've been able to take those inspirations into ring announcing, because I look at the market and I've been able to examine what other ring. I'm crazy with it. Like I made this database of ring announcers where I track their catchphrases and their age and who they announce for and how they're progressing on social media and what they're doing and how they're running advertisements and promotions. I'm crazy with it, but that's kind of what you got to be if you want to commit to something. So
I could sniff it from a mile away. It's crazy. Like, I am not educated. I am a dumb human being. I can't put any sentence together. It's ridiculous. But I hear you. I hear Bruce. And I'm like, God, I'm so jealous. I wish I read books. Jesse.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe we're going to have to hire Big Mo to read us bedtime stories or something like this because I just can't do this. This is crazy. Seem like a very smart guy here. And I'm proud to have you in my presence here. Maybe you rub off on me. What do you think, Jesse?
Hey,
I don't think anybody rubs off on you.
No?
Hey, you got to surround yourself with people that make you better and challenge you to be better. So
yes.
I got y'all hosting me right now, and that's step one.
Yes.
And I got some comments in the live chat for me to announce for all the MMA holes here. Maybe we'll close out the show or my segment with that. We'll see.
All right, I like the way you think.
Speaking of the live chat, we have a community member in our live chat, and I like to play matchmaker every once in a while with our guests. She's, if I'm not mistaken, 6'2".
I was just gonna go there. Yeah.
So she's very tall, and you're 6'7". So it's only like a match made in heaven. We actually found her from the first XMMA event, and she does interviews for another organization that we are connected with. So her name's Kendall. She's in the chat. Just saying, if you guys want to, hit each other up,
on
Instagram.
Hey, listen. I usually prefer shorter girls. I know I've been told that's a little weird, but here's the thing: 6'7", 6'2", NBA kids. I don't got to work again. I mean, I'm just saying. We'll check it out.
I'm mistaken. She's 6 foot, not 6'2".
6 foot.
I was corrected. 6 foot. By the way, I've said the same thing. If you're tall and you're with another tall person, you have a higher chance of having a professional athlete. Just saying.
Hey, just saying.
Jesse, Mr. Mo is a 25-year-old man. He doesn't care about what the offspring's gonna be like. He just wants to get. He wants to get stank on
basketball children. He just said basketball children, so you never know.
So you're a single man, you're saying, correct?
Yes.
Ladies out there on the interwebs, look out, man! I'm telling you, South Carolina's gonna be boom.
The DMs are wide open. The DMs are open.
We gotta shack him up with Will Harris. Have you ever watched Anatomy of a Fighter? Have you ever seen that documentary series?
I've seen a couple clips of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the guy that does that. His name is Will Harris, a friend of the show over here. He's traveled with Habib and done all these crazy documentaries. He's been on JRE's podcast. But yeah, let's be honest. When he was on our podcast, it was better, right? Like JRE does a shit interview.
We asked all the wonderful questions.
But anyway, he's like 6'6" as well.
Yeah,
imagine these two. Imagine him and Will Harris out there just hitting the clubs and stuff. What's the after party going to be like? Have you made plans? Where are you going?
Shoot. Well, I'm a vodka drinker and I like to take shots, so I guess I'm going to see where the night takes me. I'll put it like that.
Give me the craziest story here. I mean, you've done a couple of events here. I want to know after the event. Like, what has happened after the event over here? Have you gone to the after parties over there? What kind of crazy bottle rats have you run into?
Well, I've never been to South Carolina, and this has been my first show with XMMA. But I always like to hang out with the fighters and the fans, man. Like I said, I'm a part of the community. I never liked how a lot of announcers just kind of announce and then they bounce. No need for a rhyme there, but they announce and they bounce. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm a fan above all else. So for all the XMMA fans, like, if y'all want to hang out after the show or go get a drink or anything like that, man, I love hanging out with the fighters or the fans. Everyone's a good time. We all love the same sport. We're all there to have a good time. I just happen to be the MC of that good time for a few hours.
There you go. Look at this. Very professional.
Yes.
The answers are I can't rattle this.
Now
stuff.
let's ask him the cringy questions.
Okay, how long is your dick? How big is your dick, Mr. Mo? How big is the Mo? What are we talking about? Average 6.5? Well, you're not a 6.5, right? What do we got here?
Let's see. We're in an MMA community, so in the heavyweight division.
Okay, Kendall, you still watching? You're gonna be walking funny after a night with Big Mo, Kendall.
Good.
You know what? That's probably a little too arrogant. I'll go with the light heavyweight division.
You know what? Speaking of the ladies, there's an event. I don't know if you follow Bare Knuckle FC, but there's a lot of boobies that are gonna be rocking around in the main event, Paige Vanzant and what's her name, Ostovich?
Oh yeah, Rachael Ostovich. Yeah.
Y'all tested my professionality like God.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes.
This is
I'm out here
nothing.
trying to get work, and you're throwing curveballs at me.
Yeah, we're trying to get XMMA to fire us.
If it makes you feel any better, we did ask Bruce Buffer if he shot water up his ass to clean himself.
Yeah,
So
we sent Bruce Buffer a bidet. He texted us back. He gave us his personal phone number. It says, "Yeah, give me that bidet." We're like, "We got you, Bruce." So don't worry, we're hit with the stars.
Keep going. I love this.
Do you squirt water in your ass?
I don't have a bidet, but I've always considered the purchase.
Yes.
I'm afraid of. I'm not a handyman, so the plumbing kind of freaks me out. But
Oh man, Big Mo here live. He is going to be announcing. We're having a little fun over here on the MMA-Holes, and he will be doing the announcing for XMMA 2. A great event over there. Chris Lytle, is he going to be doing the
I think he is,
in-house
yeah.
play-by-play?
I think he'll be there.
He's a great guy over there. Have you ever been starstruck in the cage or outside the cage when you've seen any of these athletes?
not really, to be honest. I mean, I'm always impressed by the athletes because I maintain that combat sports is the hardest sport in the world. What these people do is insane. So I've always been amazed by what they're doing, but not really. I mean, you know, I feel like I belong there with them, to be completely candid with you. That's the kind of confidence that I maintain. So I feel at home.
Yeah. And speaking of at home, the boobies. Let me get back to that over there. On Friday night, Bare Knuckle FC's got an event. And do you follow Bare Knuckle boxing or MMA?
I do. Yeah, I love what they're doing. I think it's an interesting new space that they're in the combat sports community. And I don't like, they've gotten a ton of flack from people in the combat sports world going, oh, it's too this, it's too that, I don't like it. Well, the same things were said about MMA when MMA came out. There were just as many people that hated MMA that were old school boxing fans. So I'm excited for Bkfc. Anything that brings in more people to combat sports and brings more attention on these athletes, man, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of like the hardcore MMA fans, or not a lot of them, but some. There's like when we were talking to Bruce about it, actually, they're kind of reluctant. They're kind of hesitant about this bare knuckle thing. I think John Anik said the same thing. They're just not. They think it's so barbaric and this and that. But I think if you take away all the blood and cuts and stuff, it's really not as severe as MMA. I mean, MMA is pretty vicious with the elbows and knees and stuff like that compared to bare knuckle boxing. And with boxing, you hear of these guys with concussions from fighting so many times in those big gloves. Sometimes it's harder and rattles the brain even more. So serious injuries are in all combat sports. Well,
look, it varies. I mean, you can get choked out in MMA. You can't get choked out in BKFC. So define too violent. For example, I announced Letway. I was actually I helped bring Letway to America. Letway, Burmese boxing, is so violent that if you compete in it in Myanmar, they have what's called the warrior rule, to where if you get knocked out, you have 2 minutes to recover and keep fighting. So there's different levels of violence, and there's different types of it. I mean, shoot, people die in boxing all the time. It's violent in its own right. So
there you go. I like
Let them fight. Let them fight is my opinion.
Right?
If they want to fight bare knuckle and they want to get paid to fight bare knuckle, man, let them do it.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Big Mo here live on the MMA-Holes, and you said you played football. Have you ever gotten a concussion from playing any of these combat sports or, football, whatever?
Never a diagnosed concussion, but I'm pretty sure I had one or two here and there that were undiagnosed. Nothing too serious, though. Always got to protect the head. Always got to protect that brain.
You're going to have a concussion after this interview. I can tell you that much. Might have to roll you into the hospital after this thing. What do you think of Conor McGregor? A lot of people throwing shade at him. His leg splits in half. Gets, he acted a little immature. People are all riled up on the interwebs. What do you think about him?
Look, I think I'm not sitting here saying that you need to be a fan of Conor McGregor. But if you're a fan of MMA, I think you have to appreciate what he has done and what he continues to do. For a long time, MMA was viewed as this fringe sport. It was viewed as this sport that was on Spike TV, and it wasn't that marketable, and it would never be in front of a big audience, right? And then it slowly started to climb. Anderson Silva helped, Chael Sonnen helped, Chuck Liddell helped. It evolved and developed. Ronda Rousey helped. But then Conor really elevated what the sport was. It's not a coincidence that they got the deal with ESPN, the major networking deal, the same time at Conor's peak. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that the UFC jumped to a $4 billion valuation the same time as Conor's peak. So the thing is this. I'm not saying you got to like Conor, because don't get me wrong, is he a perfect person? No. He's done some messed up stuff in the past. He's pulling some stuff now with Poirier and their beef. Is it selling the fight? I don't know. But, man, if you're a fan of the sport, he's getting more eyes on it. More people care about it. It's front page topic on news and on networks. It never was before. So for someone that works in the industry, specifically on the entertainment side, I want as many people to witness this sport as possible. This is the greatest sport on the planet. I love mixed martial arts. If this guy, if Conor, whoever it is, can bring more people to it, be my guest. Be my guest. I want more people to experience this sport, man. I personally like Conor. I like what he's done for the sport. I wish him a speedy recovery. I don't know if he's ever going to be what he was before. Who knows? But I do want to see that fourth fight with Dustin, to be honest with you.
There you go. And let me just play something really quick. I had to let the Allays out there because I think people misunderstand him. He's very misunderstood, right, Jesse?
I mean, I think you might think he's very misunderstood.
Yeah, he's done a lot for the company, and I agree. I concur.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, it's a pleasure talking to you over here. I can go all night with you, but we've learned a lot.
That's what she said.
Let's get wild.
I had to.
We've learned that you have a massive cock. We learned that you like to party after fights. We learned that you like to get wild in that cage over there. And on July 30th, it's about to go down. It's going to get wild over there. What can people look forward to XMMA 2?
They can look forward to a few things. Okay, number one, stacked fight card. The fights that XMMA has on this card, insane. Great matchups, quality fighters, etc. 2, live audience. We're having live fans in that arena. And 3, they have the perfect guy in the middle of that ring to bring it all together and to put on a show for those that are either tuning in live or on the stream, whether it be on Fight Network. You can find it on Fight Network, or on the MMA-Holes, or you can find it on XMMA's website. Regardless of how you look, or how you watch, they have the right person in the middle. That's me, to keep the fans entertained, to hype up the fighters, and to help put on this event that I think is going to be a top-notch show.
There we go. Hey, that sold it for me. I'm watching now, Jesse. I don't know about you. I don't know what you're doing that night, but I am watching.
I'm hooked.
All right, we might have to get a babysitter, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Okay, well, listen, how about we pull it? You have a couple of seconds? Maybe we'll pull something from the chat. Let's see what they got over there.
Let's do it.
All right,
what do we got?
Chat room, if you have any questions for Mr. Big Mo, who is announcing the XMMA 2 event, let us know right now in the chat what you say.
El Mogo wants to know if you're Bruce Buffer's son.
I'm not Bruce Buffer's son.
Dang it. All right, how much do you make per fight, says Gavin.
Exactly. How much money?
Damn.
What's the most you made
number?
Inside the cage?
Undisclosed amount. I won't share that one.
Okay.
Kendall, your future girlfriend, wants to know hair gel or hair wax.
Ooh, that is a very educated opinion. My hair's a little bit longer with how I style it, so I actually use wax in the beginning. I use wax to kind of hold it down.
That's what Moss does.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the wax. I wish I didn't know about wax when I was younger. If I knew about that, women would be putting their fingers through my hair, and I would have women all over it. I had concrete in my freaking hair, and women would try to go in there. They would break their fingers trying to push it, and then I would have to take them to the hospital. No sex. If I only knew about wax.
Can't get wild. It sucks. I agree.
Anything else from the chat?
Can you fit your Coming forth.
You know it's bad when the interviewers can't even ask the question without laughing. So here we go. Hit me.
Can you fit your fist in your mouth?
That's a great question. He's got a big hand though. Look at the size of his hands.
I can probably come pretty close, but
you can fit that whole hand in your mouth? Come on. No way.
I mean, I'm an announcer. I feel like I got to have a big mouth, right?
Listen, I think you got to give it a shot here. We need an exclusive here. We're going to find out. Listen, we know you're a famous guy already here, okay? But this is going to take you to the next level. If you could fit that whole damn hand in your mouth, could you imagine? Could you imagine, Jesse?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, you don't think so?
Don't do it.
Don't listen to her. She has no idea what she's talking about. What do you say? You going to put your hand in your mouth or no?
I will put my hand in my mouth, but I got a big voice and I got a big mouth, so.
All right. Okay, what else you got?
Games You Love says, would you fight Bruce Buffer?
Ooh.
Ooh. It's tough to fight an idol, man, but if the fans want it, we might be able to make it happen.
Now, he does train, so something you might have to look out for, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I got that reach advantage, though. And I got that youth factor, so.
That's true.
True.
I tell you what, I've seen Bruce train, and I'm like, Jesus, I hope I'm like that when I'm his age.
Yeah.
This guy is in great shape. This dude is constantly active. The dude's doing, can you do a split? I could never do a split.
Yeah, I'm pretty flexible guy. Like I said, I was an athlete before I was an announcer, so.
Yeah, come on, Moss.
Okay, listen. Can you do a split and put your hand in your mouth right now? What do you think for the fans? We drop split, boom, hand in the mouth. What do we say, Jesse? Now we're talking.
Oh my God, is
nah.
this? I'm turning into a street performer here.
Well, if things don't work out as an announcer, we're going to hit Vegas. We're going to work this out here. We're going to make big bucks. Okay.
All right, Sean Hart wants to know.
I got a question real
What?
quick. I apologize. How about this?
Yeah.
Ready for this? That Bruce Buffer
All right.
always tries to one-up himself with spins and this and that. Can you get flexible enough pants where you drop a split while you say it's wild?
Get wild,
Well,
Mom.
if you go to my, so what I used to do for a long time is I did a full jump. I did a box jump. If you pull up my Instagram, you can find it. I had to get flexible pants to do that.
All right, let's see.
Let's see.
You got to go. You've got to go a little deep. I haven't done it in a while, but I do a full jump.
You do a full jump. So can we? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, you got some airtime here. Hold on a second.
Whoa, look at that hair.
Okay, let's see. See, that's got to be wax. All right, look at this, Jesse. Look at that jump. You got pretty high. Wow, that's crazy. Oh man, that's nuts. So are we going to see anything like wild during XMMA 2? Do you have anything special planned?
We'll see. I haven't decided yet.
Oh man, could you imagine?
Oh, we got the King of Swing pay-per-view Dizzle wanting to party with me after. Okay, all right. I'm gonna write that one down.
Stay away from that guy.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah, he's a shady guy over there. He does a lot of drugs.
Right. Thanks for the heads up.
No, he gets people pregnant. Like he meets people and they just become
They pop
pregnant.
out babies.
Yeah. He's just be careful. You might become pregnant if you hang out with that guy. All right. Anything else in the chat?
Let's see. What are your pre-fight rituals? Says John Hart.
Great question. I do have a pre-fight ritual. I'd take 2 shots of vodka.
Really?
That's my loosen up a little bit, get juices flowing. It also helps with the throat a little bit. Actually, I found that it helps kind of break down some mucus that might be in my throat. But that's really about it. I practice a little bit my vocals as I'm driving or in the car. I probably look like a crazy person. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Dap up the fighters, go in the locker room, see what's going on. That's about it.
Now, do you take 2 shots of vodka before every fight or just before all the fights?
Yeah, if I did that, damn, this XMA card's 12 fights. I would be falling over before the main event. No, just 2 before the show starts.
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, I have, like, severe anxiety, so I'll either get drunk or I'll pump myself with CBD and shit like that. And when I got asked to do, like, the cage interviews for a promotion in New England.
Post-fight interviews.
Yeah, post-fight interviews, excuse me. I was so fucking nervous because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was rocked. I was drunk in the cage just trying to ask questions over there. Have you been so nervous in that cage where, like, you couldn't get the question, the announcing out properly?
Honestly, I feel home when I do it. I love it. I feed off the crowd's energy, man. Once I get that first good word out that's powerful and strong, I feel right at home. I don't really get nervous, to be honest with you. I love my job.
Wow, that's great. So you're ready. You're ready for the big dance. If the UFC were to call you tomorrow, you'd say, hey, put me in, coach, right?
Oh, you could. To be honest, and I'm confident in my abilities, I think you could put me in the middle of Madison Square Garden in the next 5 minutes, and I'd kill that shit.
Wow.
Dang.
To be honest with
So
you.
you have no anxiety at all. You're a real man.
Nope.
Wow, look at that,
Nope.
Jesse. That's a
How do
real
you
man.
do it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm big into affirmation and visualization. I picture everything. I've lived situations before I've even been there. I've already been inside the Bon Secours Arena in Greenville, South Carolina, getting ready for all our live fight fans from the rafters to ringside. Stuff like that.
Wow.
I've already lived it. I've already been there.
Gave me chills, Moss.
That was pretty good.
I got chills.
We might have to get rid of Bruce Buffer on our intro and have Mr. Mo. What do you think?
Yes. Or I know what we could do.
Yeah.
I know what we could do. We could have him say the exact same thing in front of a green screen and make it look like they're saying it together.
It's so interesting that you said that, Jesse, because one thing I always have wanted to do I want to do it sometime in my fight career is I would love to have a dual announcer intro to where one person, to where like, and I'd love to do it with Bruce. Bruce, write this idea down if you're listening to this. Back to back, one guy gets one corner, one guy gets the other corner. That allows us to give our full 100% of that intro into one fighter. And then, I don't know, I think that could create a cool dynamic. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a horrible idea. I have no idea.
I think it's a great idea. Moss always gives me that look when I have an idea. But
what about this? What about you harmonize? How about this? I got an idea. The next thing you do, right, I'll harmonize with you. So you announce, and I'll hit the high notes in the side. Like, in the background. I mean, the ladies would be soaked.
Are you going to do that too?
Yeah, like, woo, in the background.
The first ever MMA chorus, is that?
Oh, yeah.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah, let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I'm ready.
God.
I'm ready. XMMA 3, get ready. I'm coming. I'm going to be in that cage with Mo. We're going to be going crazy. Panties will be flying off. Have girls ever thrown panties at you in the cage?
No, but I always welcome the opportunity.
Okay. XMMA 2, Kendall, bring extra panties.
Oh, yeah. Kendall, are you going to be there?
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys going to,
Well, Kendall likes to go to those events, so you never know. She might be there. All right.
I don't mix business with pleasure, so.
Yes.
That's
in the cage, at least. Have you ever had sex in a cage? No. All right. Anyway. All right. I think I've abused you enough.
Yeah.
You've been a great guest.
Man, I love it. You're good.
It's a pleasure having you on, and XMMA 2 is coming right in your face. XMMA 2, July 30th. We'll be streaming it here live, and Big Mo will be front and center, so we're really looking forward to seeing you perform and getting that crowd wild on that night. If you can do us a favor.
Yes.
And I want to ask you this before you become all big and famous with the cameo and all that stuff, because it gets expensive. If you can introduce the greatest show in the world, the MMA-Holes, that would be absolutely wonderful, wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to our main event. Introducing the #1 MMA podcast in the world, the MMA-Holes. So I need everybody in the arena, from the rafters to ringside, and those of you tuning in the stream around the world, to get up out of your seats, raise your drinks high, and get wild!
Wow! Jesse, did you hear that?
I think that's deserving of a crowd cheer, Moss.
All right, here we go. Woo! That was amazing! Kendall's soaked right now. Look at Kendall in the chat. Her legs are spread in the chat. This is crazy. The girls are going nuts. The boys are going nuts. Wow, that was amazing. I got chills.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
That was good.
Very good job.
The baby just got up.
So FYI, for you guys and for those in the chat, that was like a 4 out of 10.
Wow.
A 4?
I'm not in the right environment. I don't got my suit on. Don't got my shades on.
Oh, true.
So XMMA, July 30th. Tune in, and I'll give you a 12 out of 10.
All right. I'll be looking forward to that. Cody Big Mo, live on the MMA-Holes. It was a pleasure speaking to you. Now's the time. If you have anyone that you want to shout out, if there's any sort of sponsors or whatever you'd like to talk about, now's the time for you to do so.
I want to shout out the MMA community, those of you A-hole fans, you too, Chris and Jesse. Y'all are what make my job awesome. A lot of announcers are really focused on the promotion side of things and working with the promotion. So am I. But my #1 job is to entertain as many fans as possible. Y'all are the ones that get wild when I ask you to. Y'all are the ones that buy tickets. Y'all are the ones that grow the sport. So I want to thank all you guys. You have been the ones that have been able to make my career happen, make a 25-year-old kid that's 30 years younger than the average ring announcer be able to make a career. Y'all are in the chat. Some of y'all like me. Some of y'all don't. That's fine. I'm going to keep working hard to make y'all all fans of me. I know a lot of y'all probably saying that I'm a Chad or whatever you got to say about me in those comment sections, but I'm going to keep working. I plan to be the best announcer in the world. That's my goal. That's how I focus. That's how I attack everything that I do. I'm going to keep working, and it all starts, or it continues, next week with XMMA 2. It's going to be a great show. I'm going to give the fighters the introductions that they deserve. I'm going to set the stage for everything. I'm going to entertain all of you beautiful people, all of you beautiful fight fans that are either going to be there live or watching it. I'm going to deliver a great show for you guys. Can't wait for y'all to watch it.
In the chat right now, if you're a fan of Big Mo, drop a 1 in the chat. I want you to spray the chat with 1s right now if you're a big fan of Big Mo, and you can go follow him officially. I would say at official.bigmo on Instagram.
Yes.
And Twitter, I know we just followed
Big Mo _official on Twitter.
Big Mo _ oh, here we go. On Twitter, and we found the first tweet over here. And this is this is the first tweet from our viewers over here, and there he is, Max Headroom. Love it, absolutely love it. You've been a great sport. We appreciate your company, and after the event, we'd love to have you back on to discuss how everything went down.
Oh, get me back on the show. All these a-holes in the chat. I love these people. These are my people, man. I feel like I could go watch a fight with them right now. Let's grab a drink, y'all.
There we go. Yeah, all the 1s in the chat. Look, everyone loves you. You're a hit with the MMA-Holes.
Thank you. Make sure y'all follow me, man. That's where I post most of my content. And who knows where I'll turn up next. Who knows who I'm going to announce next. But it all starts next week.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks
again for coming on. And Big Mo, we'll see you July 30th.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Big Mo live with the MMA-Holes. What do you think of the man that has a massive jump?
I was going to tell him too. I feel that it's always more, we get to hear from fighters all the time, and we interview a lot of fighters, and we hear from their side, from the gym and training camps and stuff like that. But we get announcers like, Big Mo and Bruce Buffer and stuff like that, and it's always like a very different, very rare type of perspective on the whole MMA production. And I think that people should interview announcers and stuff more, because we hear like a lot of the same stories from fighters, but we don't really hear the same stories from announcers. They're always different,
Yeah, there are a lot of moving parts in the fight game. You just see the people in there competing, but there's a lot of other people involved, and everyone's always intrigued by the cage announcer. Like, that's the guy, right?
Yeah, because I feel like every cage announcer is different. Every cage announcer has a million different stories. Fighters seem to always have some sort of like similar story, right? Announcers is not like that. You can get so much more juicy stuff out of it.
Yeah, and you can tell this guy gets it. He definitely gets it over here. We just found out about him recently, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Big Mo. I think he's got big things to come, and the sky's the limit. So go give him a follow. It is official.bigmo on the old IG. Tell him the MMA-Holes sent you. And XMMA 30 is going to be great. I'm really fired up, man. I think they're putting the right people in place for this event. I think if you're in the building for this thing, it's going to be great. If you can't make it there, watch our channel, and we'll show all the fights live. And it's just really cool that they're allowing us to do that on this channel. So we're fans. We're big fans of XMMA and Big Mo. All right, here we go. We got a new member, Damien. What up, Damien? Thank you, my friend. Damien.
Wonderful.
Matty C dropping deuces.
Moss, killing it, with your interviews as usual. Great guest. It's my birthday today. MMA-Holes. Just thank you both for being such a blessing in my life.
Aww.
You two mean the world to me. And, no, I'm not drunk.
That's so nice.
Shout out NH. Drunk, Schwinhart, 2 joints.
Well, Manny, thank
That
you.
was actually really nice.
A big happy birthday. I got to say, Manny's all right. He always gets his calls in. He always gets his points in. And, say what you will about Manny C. He's an MMA hole. So happy birthday to you, my friend. And I hope it's wonderful, wonderful.
We should sing to him, Moss. You're just going to tell him happy birthday and that's it?
Well, all right. Well, it's funny you say
sing
that.
to everybody else, can't sing to Manny C.
Well,
it's bad enough he's not in the phone call song.
You know what, Jesse? You're gonna have to pay to play sometimes. Okay. Oh, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. So I hope Maddie has a very happy birthday. Jesse, if you noticed behind the scenes, I was moving windows around, right?
I did not notice that.
Okay. I was panicking.
Why? What
Because
happened?
when I clicked the birthday song, the window didn't pop up, so it would have just kept going. So now as I'm singing, I'm like, how do I stop this?
Well, you did it.
I stopped it.
Congratulations.
I don't know why I did that. But Maddie C, happy birthday to you, my friend, and thank you for the dono. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. We got another dono coming in.
Thank you.
Actually, no. Anonymous is a member for 3 months in a row.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Other glove touch.
Can someone find out if 16-year-olds can be at the XMMA after party?
I don't know, man. Well, I mean,
I'm sure you could just look at.
actually,
I'm sure there's a way you can find out.
well, it depends because we've been to after parties where they had it at bars, but they were like connected to restaurants. So yeah, a 16-year-old could go to that. If it's at a club, like a straight up club in there, you got to remember this. There's going to be a bunch of after parties there. So there's not just going to be like one big after party. They're going to have like fighters will probably have their own thing going on, and XMMA's people will have something going on. So the answer is yes in some situations. Now, if you're going to the strip club, no. Not so much. But yeah, we've actually been to after parties where you could have kids there. I haven't really seen it, but you could. All right. Thank you guys for the donations. And Glove Touch is going to XMMA. And if you're going, it's in South Carolina, right? South Carolina
yes.
is where it's at. So go to the XMMA website, xmma.com. And Greenville, South Carolina is where it's at. So if you want to be there, we'll get some more information. But yeah, if you're in the area, go to the event. They're going to put on a good show for you guys. And we know the announcer's going to be good. We know the actual product is good from what we've seen the last time for sure. And you'll meet some fighters and the whole deal. Oh, by the way, Jesse, before we get into the other news, XMMA does one thing very, very well.
What?
And you know what that is, Jesse?
What?
They love to have pretty women.
Yes.
That is their thing. XMMA, they deliver no matter what happens in that cage. It's inevitable what's going to happen when the card's getting pulled around. Their women over there in XMMA are wonderful, wonderful. Look at this, Jesse. Look at this. This is the new slew, the new batch. Let's get ready. Check this out. July 30th. Here's one. We got her. Look, she's posing. Look at that. That's Stella. That's Stella over there. That's Stella. Who else we got, Jesse? Who else do we got over here in XMMA? Let's scroll over here. Oh, let's get ready. July 30th. You got something else. And we got this girl. It's Sierra over here. Sierra in the mix. Look at that. Sierra's in the mix. Okay, we got someone else over here. Who else we got? Oh, look at this one, Jesse. We got Cece in the mix. Look at that. Cece, welcome, Cece. Who else do we have over here? What? They got a whole slew of them. They have a stable of women. Look at this one. Tiana. Oh, my God. Wow, look at this Tiana in the house. How many girls do they got, Jesse? Jesus, they don't run out of girls. We got this one over here. We got Baby. She does look like a baby. It makes me, I don't know if I'm going to clap because she looks young. Okay, who else we got over here? Is one more. July 30th we have. And we have Layla. All right. Now, one thing I noticed, no Bella Ricci.
I'm sure she'll be there. Especially since she was a huge hit last time. I am pretty sure she'll be there.
Who's Bella Ricci?
Just go to her Instagram and see if she's talking about it.
Bella Ricci. Where are you, Bella Ricci? I haven't really seen. Let's see. Here's Bella Ricci. Now, Bella Ricci we met on the last one over there. Real sweetheart of a girl. God damn, look at this girl. Jesse, look at this girl. What's going on here? Is she doing XMA? What's going on?
You tell me.
I don't know. I don't see any XMA, so we got to get to the bottom of this. They got to drag her there, though. I mean, what's going on? But man, oh man. Oh, she's in Florida. Oh, so it's probably more of the local ladies over there. That's probably what it is. Thank you, Kendall. Appreciate that. Okay. So that when they hit Florida again, Bella Ricci would be back in the scene. All right, we got those questions answered. Now we got a bunch of news to get to.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Uncle Mike.
Moss, I think I need a cold shower now.
Yeah. You must shower thin, though. You must have a nice cold shower thin.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Mike, for the dono. Okay. On this thumbnail over here, we spoke to Big Mo If you missed the interview, run it back. We have Bare Knuckle FC 19. Do you have any stories on this?
A couple, yeah.
Okay, let's run into the bare knuckle stuff, because Friday night we're going to be reacting to the entire card here, and there's a bunch of weird things going on here. Not only are we going to see this rematch, the Battle of the Boobies, but we have some we have this Blueface, and I don't know, it's like YouTube versus TikTok type deal. I don't know really who these people are, but apparently they're influencers, and that's happening. So give me some stories on this.
According to Damon Martin of MMA Fighting, Bkfc president Dave Feldman doesn't condone post-fight confrontations, but he says, "We're in combat sports, we're not in ballet." So just seconds after Hector Lombard won the cruiserweight title at Bkfc 18, his celebration was cut short when he ended up swinging punches at a potential future opponent after Lorenzo Hunt rushed into the ring to issue a challenge to the new champion. The melee was broken up rather quickly, but the video showing Lombard flurrying on Hunt with punches quickly went viral for obvious reasons. The altercation came just a few months after Jenny Savage confronted Britain Hart in the ring following her win over Paige Vanzant at Bkfc Knucklemania, which then led to a fight between them being booked for Bkfc 19. While neither confrontation was orchestrated by the promotion, Bkfc president Dave Feldman can't deny the attention each received, though he'd rather avoid those situations altogether if possible. While the situation between Lombard and Hunt was particularly bad because punches were actually thrown, the altercation with Hart and Savage eventually led to a matchup that takes place on Friday at Florida State Fairgrounds. Feldman promises Bkfc will never try to create these altercations for the sake of a viral video, but he also understands that fighters are just a different breed, especially in the heat of the moment. As much as Feldman will discourage athletes from jumping through the ropes to confront somebody after a fight, he knows the real key to stopping these situations from happening really comes down to ringside security. It's a problem Feldman acknowledges has plagued Bkfc in the past, and he hopes to improve upon that with the upcoming show on Friday night, as well as those moving into the future.
Okay, David Feldman. All right, here. I got a little bit of a message. Can you give them, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Can you just give them your thoughts on that situation? I'll get back to you in a second. Something just came up real quick. So what do you think about that, Jess?
I can just ask the chat what they think about it, honestly, because if you think about it, the UFC, Dana White, says that he wants no fighters going after one another. Well, actually, the commission doesn't want it, right? The commission doesn't want fighters to go back and forth or to have any physical altercations because they'll then ban that fighter or suspend them, I think they said. But David Feldman's clearly not doing that. So my question is, what does the commission think in Mississippi for them not doing that? Apparently David Feldman does not give a fuck if they lay hands on each other if it's not in a fight. So what's the commission going to do? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Ice Viking says, "Sponge boy me Bob, I traveled from Russia to Canada before the ice bridge melted." Sean Hart says, "Brings me back to Lesnar pushing DC." BC Dave says, "PVZ gonna fook her up." Babe Fights Rule says Trent. Bonus fight says Gavin Macias. Drunk Savage says, "Not before the fight." Yeah, well, here's the thing. And correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you'll know a little bit more about it than me. I just know based off of what I read in, when it first happened, was it's at any point, before or after a fight, if two fighters engage in any sort of physical contact with, and this is just for the UFC, this is the commission for the UFC from what I understand. If two UFC fighters engage in any physical contact before or after a fight, then they can get suspended for like a certain length of time from fighting. They'll be suspended from the fight if it's before. If it's after a fight and they engage with someone like, say, Masvidal Edwards engaged after an event, then they'll be suspended from, like, say, when their next fight was supposed to be or something like that. But apparently with BKFC, they're not doing that. They have full reign and they're allowed to put their hands on each other, and David Feldman's not doing anything, and I guess that means the commission's not doing anything about it either. Cheeto says, "No consequences, back to freedom. It's bullshit. If you can't handle that, don't become a fighter." I agree. Like, here's where I'm coming from. And this is just my perspective as a fight fan. I'm sure there's other fight fans who probably disagree, but you're a fucking fighter, and this is what we watch for, right? This is what the pre-fight press conferences are for. This is what the post-fight interviews and stuff are for. It's for not only for the fighters to talk shit, but we're there for the entertainment of the fight, right? So, yeah, realistically, it should all happen inside the cage. But that doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen inside the cage, right? It makes things more exciting and more of a story and background and more hyped up for a fight if things happen outside the cage. Look at, like I mentioned, Masvidal Edwards, even though it never happened, the whole three-piece Minnesota shit came from that. And that was an altercation that happened outside the cage at a post-fight interview, you know? So it kind of sucks that they're disabling fighters from being able to do that. So I kind of give props to David Feldman for allowing them to just kind of do whatever the fuck they want, you know?
Yeah, you know why he's doing that? He just, I mean, these viral videos are doing nothing but help him. You know, they're getting people. People were sharing that lumbar video like crazy, and you know, Feldman was like, "Yeah, I don't like it," but at the same time, he's like, "Cha-ching, this is great."
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He said basically, we're not going to set these situations up to create viral videos, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop them from happening if they do.
It's like,
you know?
Trust me, he's going to pretend that he doesn't like it, but he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves every minute of it.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
You gotta
one
do what
bit.
you gotta do, man. No one gets hurt. It's a win. It's a win for everybody. It's viral. Viral's good. Viral's good.
Also in Bkfc news, scroll down one more. Britton Hart and Joey Beltran just announced their marriage.
Wait, I didn't even know. What? They're together?
Yes, sir, they are.
I had no idea they were together. Really?
Just got married.
This Britton Hart, by the way, she's got some mouth on her. Man, oh man. You know, in a weird way, I don't hate her though. Like there's something about her that I don't know.
I mean, she put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah, she's a tough fighter. She's a tough chick. I think she's just a little outspoken. Wow, this couple, I never saw this coming. So wow, okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were item, these two. Well, good for them. Congrats.
And then one more boxing. It's not Bkfc, but it is boxing news. Go up one. Oscar De La Hoya training for a September 11th fight. So. You know how like everything came out that Oscar De La Hoya was going to start fighting, and people were like, yeah, whatever, he's not going to do it. Well, yes, he is. It is set.
When's the date?
September 11th.
Oh, okay. Should I? No?
Well, it says
okay. Should I do it? Okay.
He started training for his October 11th. It says October 11th in the article, but the
I tell you what, this fight's going to be fire, Jesse.
Yeah, the title says September 11th, so it's either September or October. I don't think they can get it right.
Yeah.
They said,
I hope it doesn't crash and burn this fight, though, you know?
It will be a Triller pay-per-view. De La Hoya is 48 years old, and he's supposed to be facing former UFC light heavyweight champion.
De La Hoya's going to fall like the Twin Towers.
Vitor Belfort in an 8-round exhibition. De La Hoya has high hopes of convincing Floyd Mayweather Jr. to give him a rematch after he gets a couple of fights under his belt. If Oscar gets his wish, he'll cash in with a massive payday in an exhibition match against a 44-year-old Mayweather Jr. in 2022. De La Hoya lost a 12-round split decision to Mayweather in 2007 in a fight that brought in 2.4 million pay-per-view buys, which was a record. We'll see how that goes with the fight. The former division world champion De La Hoya, who last fought in 2008. The Golden Boy Oscar says his current weight is at 186 pounds, and he wants to get it down to around 176 for his exhibition on September 11th. For a 48-year-old, De La Hoya looks good moving around, throwing punches. Whether he'll be effective inside the ring against a 44-year-old Belfort remains to be seen. You have to remember that De La Hoya hasn't been hit since his 8th-round stoppage loss to Manny Pacquiao in 2008, and he hasn't been staying in tip-top shape over the last 13 years.
Okay. I had to slip those little jokes in there, Jesse.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be uncalled for if Vitor Belfort at the press conference, like beforehand, to hype up the fight, I'm going to drop you like the Twin Towers? What do you think? I think Vitor should use that line, right?
Sure.
Like with the mohawk and the whole. I think Vitor can get away with it.
Yeah.
Okay. The more I think about these crazy fights, I'm in.
They sell.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like the Jake Paul and Logan Paul situation, it is annoying, but at the same time, like the closer they get, I'm interested.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not interested. I love a good.
Listen, the Jake Paul and Logan Paul shit, I don't give two shits about, but I watch it because it sells and it's got a good audience and people are looking for it. But this stuff, like the De La Hoya, and I mean, these are previous fighters. These are people who actually took the sport seriously at one point. So it's a little more exciting to me.
I want to see Anderson Silva fight Logan Paul. I want to see it. I've come to realize, and I've come to the conclusion that I am not a stuffy MMA fan. I just want to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't mind. Like, the MMA is like I could never watch WWE or AEW or any of that fake wrestling stuff. But the theatrics of it, I don't mind. I don't mind a good story.
Yeah.
The best part about MMA and these crazy fights with boxing and stuff like that, it's basically like you got the theatrics, but then there's a solid outcome, like someone's getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like in a WWE, I guess someone does get hurt, but it's fake and it's staged, it's premeditated. Yeah. Like this is
scripted.
Yeah, someone's getting fucked up. It's real. So I'm into it. This is like, I don't know. I don't even give a shit about titles. I don't give a shit about. I just want to be entertained. That's all I want.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, and maybe that's why I'm such a Conor fan. Like, win or lose, I'm ready for him to fight again. You know, Izzy Adesanya. Like, whether you like him or hate that guy, you still want to see him fight, right? And then now you got the circus stuff with De La Hoya.
Well, this is funny because they're old. They're old now. You know.
Yeah, but I'm in.
Like, shouldn't really be fighting anymore.
I'm in, man. A fight. Yeah, fight's a fight. I don't care what level it is. I just want to see him scrap. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever gone to a bar, stumbled outside after a couple of cocktails, and then you see a fight break out in the streets? What are you going to do? Let's go home. No, you're going to stand there and either get your fucking phone out or be like, oh, shit, look at it. Yo, check it out. Check it out. They're fucking each other up. Like, you're in. I have never in my life left a bar and a scrap breaks out in the street, and I'm just like, let's go home. There's no belt on the line. There's no ref. No judges. No, you want to see a fucking fight. You know, you want to see, hey, what's going to happen here, man? And now
I can't relate.
No?
I never went to bars. I can't relate. I never saw fights break out of bars.
Hypothetically speaking, say if something breaks out in the street.
If a fight broke out,
would you watch?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it before. I've seen fights break out before. And yeah, you don't walk away.
Just watch.
Yeah.
I've broken up fights. I've gotten in between. Like, if someone's getting really fucked up, you got to step in and stop the fucking fight. But still, you want to see at least get to that point.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts, but there are very stuffy combat sports fans that want to stay true to the sport, the rankings, the belts, the legitimacy of the sport. What is this? What is this barbaric? Who cares? Just want to see people fight at the end of the day. De La Hoya's going to fight Vitor. Yeah, it's stupid, but I'm watching. I'm in. Now, let me know what you think about this in the chat. I know that I'm probably in the... I don't know if I'm in the minority, to be honest. I think I'm in the majority. I'm just fucking speaking out about it.
Joe B says, no, it's a good way to get cold cocked. Oh, no, I don't think he means, like, get into the fight. I think he means, like, just stand... No, I think he means just, like, stand there and, like, witness it, like, watch it, you know? Like...
What does he think I'm saying?
Well, I think he just misunderstood you. I think he just thought that you meant, like, get into the fight.
Or maybe it means when I'm breaking it up?
Or, yeah, breaking it up or something,
yeah. If I'm going to break up a fight, I've told the story before. When me and V-Neck are in the car, and we're bouncing from bar to bar. I'm getting a little tuned up, and we're trying to find a place to go. And then we see this kid getting his ass whooped on the side of the street. We stopped in the middle of traffic, jumped out of the car, and split the fight up. And we could have got our asses fucking kicked. We didn't.
I don't know why people jump into someone else's fight. Like,
if you're gonna jump in to stop a fight, yes,
you're asking for it.
There's a chance you're getting involved in that fight. But you know what? That's the chance you take. Now, if you're standing on the side and watching the fights happen,
I gotta be honest with you, Moss.
You wouldn't stop it.
If you got into a fight,
fucked up?
If you got into a fight, I'd probably just let you fucking.
No. I wouldn't want you involved anyway. No, I know you, man. I know you. If you had a couple of drinks in you would be like head first into the fight.
You don't know me well enough then.
Really?
I would not get involved in that shit.
Thank God.
No. Yeah.
Thank God.
That's not something that But you know what? I'm
so many dumb women out there. They're like, stop it, and get involved. I've seen girls get fucking cracked. Not on purpose. Just they're like, get in. Leave him alone. Pot. You know, like, get out of here.
Yeah, no. I mean, I feel like if it was a fight that was initiated between me and someone else, it's a different story. But I can't understand why people like, you know.
Smart girl.
I don't know. To me, it's a little weird. I get it. You know, you don't want people you care about fighting and shit like that. But if they got themselves into it, I mean, it's their own fucking fault.
But if I see someone really getting fucked up, if I, like, to the point where they might go to the hospital, I'll get involved.
Yeah, that's different, though. Like, if they're just fighting, you know.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do?
Didn't even fight?
Just let them fight.
Let them go.
But I don't know.
Nothing like good fight, man. Good street fight. We need to see a good street fight happen in front of us.
Speaking of fights, this weekend, the TJ Dillashaw fight is coming up. So that's all the news from Bkfc. TJ Dillashaw will be fighting this weekend, and he was actually, you know what? Let me go to the first story.
Little snake in a glass.
CORY SANDHAGEN is out to prove why he's king of the jungle at UFC on ESPN 27.
I keep flip-flopping. Like, I'm picking CORY, but now I'm like, I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to go with TJ. Yeah. He looks great. He looks like he's in fantastic shape. He's been there, done it. I don't know. Maybe TJ gets it done. All right, what does CORY say here? I'm going to keep thinking about it.
All right. right. According to Nolan King of MMA Junkie, when Cory Sandhagen found out his scheduled May matchup against TJ Dillashaw was canceled, he wasn't interested in a booking against anyone else. Days out from the rebooked pairing, which takes place Saturday at UFC on ESPN 27, Sandhagen explained how his decision to preserve the Dillashaw matchup was important to build his brand, especially in today's MMA landscape, where sometimes names overshadow merits. He said, quote, "This is the fight that I wanted. I know that building a name is really important in the sport. One of the main motivators behind me asking for a fight with TJ is him and Jan were kind of going back and forth a little bit. I remember Petr Yan saying that if he beats Aljamain Sterling, he wanted someone with some name value. It's just about taking out anyone else's argument. That's kind of what it's always been about since I lost against Sterling. That's what I'm going to do until I get my title shot."
There's a part of me, like, I want to see Cory win and redeem himself, especially if he jumps into the cage with Aljo again. That'd be fun to see that rematch. But there's some evil part of me that wants a little snake in the grass to win. Like, I feel I need to see TJ Dillashaw come back. I think it's a win-win, to be honest. Like, if Cory wins, I'm cool. If TJ wins, I like that villainous. He says he doesn't mind being the bad guy, right? So, who as a fan, who would you rather see win?
TJ Dillashaw.
You'd rather, so
but
you
you
like
already
the bad
know my
guy.
answer. Like, I don't know what it is about Dillashaw. Like, everything says that I should not like Dillashaw.
He's a little snake in the grass.
But
you like snake in the grass.
He might be like the one fighter that has royally fucked up, and I still respect in some weird way.
There was a picture of him. Oh shit! I don't know where it is. There was a picture of him that was released of him recently. Well, now he's got this beard. He's got like a villain beard now. Yeah, he's got the villain beard. He's got the black villain beard, TJ Dillashaw, which is kind of weird, right? Like, does he dye his hair blonde on top, or I guess he does?
No, his hair's naturally blonde.
How do you have? No, it's not. Look, he's got roots.
You can have yeah.
Look at his roots.
What about him?
He dyes his hair.
No, he doesn't.
So how does he have such dark brown?
Haven't you seen? You have a bright red beard and dark brown hair. Yeah. Totally normal.
Yeah, but I feel blonde with like a very dark beard is
weird. It's
weird.
Completely normal to have a different colored beard.
He's dying? It's going gray?
Nah.
Because usually he
might be going gray, yeah, but his hair's not natural.
I think he's dying.
He does have a naturally light colored hair.
He might be dyeing his beard. He might be.
Look, King Charles says my hair is dirty blonde and my facial hair is black.
Well, shut up, King Charles. I didn't ask you. All right. All right. Go back to your fucking.
got proved wrong.
Go back to your throne, bro. Off with his head.
All right. So speaking of TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah.
According to MMA Fighting's Alexander K. Lee, TJ Dillashaw explains what USADA weapons, quote unquote, is after a failed UFC drug test.
I see Kendall in the chat talking about Merab. Did you see what Merab's doing? Do you have a story on that?
Nope.
Merab went to his home country, right? Check this out. Merab is a rock star. A rock star. Where is he from again? Someplace in Russia or something? I don't know where the hell he's from. Merab. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I'm typing all the wrong letters. But he went to, look at this. He brought Aljo and he brought, what's his face? Ally Quinta over there. And let's see if I can get the reception. Is this it? I mean, they're just like, oh, where the fuck is it? Where the hell did I see it? Oh, shit. Anyway, they went nuts over him. They went crazy over him, Rob, over there. Beautiful place, by the way. Yeah, everyone was like, when he got there, everyone in the airport was going ballistic, and Merab's a rock star over there.
Yeah.
Man, do you think Merab will be a champ?
Maybe.
Like Aljo?
Say hi. Yes, we're live. We're live Saturday night. And then going to funk. Yeah. The machine. The champ is here. We're going. Say where we going? We're going. Atlantic City.
What is going on? Oh, they're going to Atlantic City?
Baby. Yeah. James fighting Ring Combat.
Okay, all right. They're talking about Ring Combats before them. But it's funny because Merab seems like such a sweetheart, right? Such a nice guy. Well, you know, just a... And then you got the dopey New Yorkers there. Yeah, man, let's go, Merab. They're like a bunch of chimpanzees.
But Ally Quinta was actually a sweetheart when we met him.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, he was. I mean, it's funny making fun of him, but he's actually good.
Yeah, I'm making fun of New York.
Yeah,
we're like a bunch of monkeys. We're a bunch of apes. That's what we are. And Merab's like, hey, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, we're all a bunch of chimpanzees.
Why?
Anywhere you go,
And
if there's a section of New Yorkers, they're just loud monkeys.
Well, they are loud. New Yorkers are very loud. I'll give you that. And obnoxious. But nothing against New Yorkers. Like, we have family in New York and everything.
I'm
Love
fine
them.
with it.
They're awesome people. And not all New Yorkers are loud. Because you have some family members who are New Yorkers who are actually, like, super nice. But for the most part, as a general stereotype, New Yorkers can be pretty obnoxious.
Well, they're being obnoxious, but they're nice. You can be obnoxious and nice. See, here's the problem. Here's the freaking problem.
Obnoxious and not nice.
Here's the problem. People mistake obnoxious for not nice. That's the problem. People look at New Yorkers because someone's loud, they think they're just an asshole.
No, nobody said that.
Because someone just puts a Jesus picture with Joe Rogan interviewing him, they're immediately an asshole.
Well, that is extremely obnoxious.
Okay, we got sidetracked. Let's go to, what's the story you were talking about? TJ, that's right. The snake.
Yeah, so he explains what USADA's weapon is after the failed UFC drug test. God bless you. According to Alexander K. Lee of MMA Fighting, Dillashaw faced a stiff penalty for use of performance-enhancing drugs.
Ah, little stiff snake in the grass.
And he believes the punishment will leave a lasting legacy in MMA.
Ah, snake in the pants.
Following his initial positive test, Dillashaw released a statement in April 2019 addressing his failed drug screening, in which he simply stated, "I messed up." The past weekend, in an interview on Brennan Schaub's Food Truck Diaries, Dillashaw claimed that he has been the subject of extensive scrutiny from USADA ever since, including the retesting of all of his samples from fights dating as far back as July 2016 encounter with Rafael Assunção. Regarding Dillashaw's claim that USADA has retested his past samples, MMA Fighting reached out to the UFC's official drug testing partner, but did not receive a response as of the time of this publication.
It looks like he's turning into a snake, right? He looks more and more like he's actually turning into a fucking snake.
Mm-hmm. Back when Dillashaw's positive drug test first came to light in April 2019, a USADA spokesperson had this to say about past samples being retested. They said, quote, "As a part of our investigation for all positives, we review an athlete's prior test history. When it's potentially relevant, we may request special analysis for those samples. Here, following our review, we conducted further analysis on his sample collected on December 28, 2018, and it also revealed the presence of EPO."
Remember, never lost at the 135 belt and made a mistake, dropped to 125. Yep, that turned out to be a big mistake. And, I mean, if you think about it, it was stopped too quick, that fight. So, just didn't work out well for him. But yeah, 125 wasn't the best move. Should have stayed at 135 over there, regardless of the fact he had the suspension. Here he's back. And how old is he? 30? What?
I just closed out of it.
Boo.
I'm sure you could check Tapology, though, if you really want to know.
I really want to know how old he is. Like, I need to know. Like, bad. Mm-hmm. Here's XMMA's card, pretty stacked up with some familiar faces over here, so get ready. I'm looking forward. Will Brooks, Chris Curtis, Ben Saunders, Kyle Bochniak, Scoggins, a former UFC guy. A lot of familiar faces over here, so it's going to be good. Let's see, a little snake in the grass. How old are you? Little snake in the grass. 5'6".
35.
All right, he's fine. He's fine, Jess. He'll be just fine. I like the fight a lot. I like it a lot. But you know what I like even better, Jesse? We're both wearing Head Rush. Head Rush works with XMMA. Head Rush is absolutely wonderful. I always feel good in my Head Rush shirt, and I like that they have Notorious. It's not a Conor McGregor shirt. A lot of people might think that. No, it's just you're just notorious when you wear this thing.
You know what I like about Head Rush clothing, Moss?
What?
Now that I'm no longer pregnant, my boobs aren't as big anymore.
Yeah.
And Head Rush still looks good.
It still looks good, yeah.
Like the big boobs made it look like... But it still looks good.
It looks good. My big boobs look great. I'm in Head Rush. And how can they get 20% off the Rush?
All right. Head Rush is provider of the highest quality, authentic apparel for lifestyle, MMA, and action sports enthusiasts. Head over to Head Rush's website with the link in the description below and use promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off of your entire purchase.
Love it. I love Head Rush, and I also love Ballsy. Yeah.
Taking great care of yourself doesn't have to feel like a chore. Ballsy products are developed with unique active ingredients to keep you feeling and smelling better than ever before. Head over to ballwash.com with the link in the description below and get anything ranging from ball wash, shampoo, conditioner, nut spray, sack spray, nut rub. You name it, they've got it. 15% off promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES at ballwash.com with the link in the description below.
Big shout out to our sponsors. Love their products. They support us. We support them. And I use everything
Yes.
Including a bidet.
While you're cleaning your body with ball wash, make sure you clean your butthole with the Lux Bidet. Lux Bidet has premium bidet attachments. Say goodbye to toilet paper. Use the link in the description below for 10% off applied at checkout and have a nice, clean, squeaky butthole every time you walk out of that bathroom. Again, that's 10% off applied at checkout with the promo link in the description below.
Okay, also MysticRootsCBD.com.
Get top quality organic CBD products, including hemp flower, cosmetics, edibles, and more at MysticRootsCBD.com. You can get all of that for 20% off with promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES at MysticRootsCBD.com.
Okay. ESPN Plus, we have it in the description for the UFC fights this weekend.
Yes, sir. For as little as $4.99 a month, you can get everything you need when it comes to live sports. UFC fight nights, UFC pay-per-views, and all of your favorite live sports at ESPN Plus, including Tough, if you like to watch those things, and a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff for live sports footage. All right, guys, ESPN Plus, link in the description. It'll also be pinned to the live chat when the fights are here, so make sure you go check it out. It helps us out and helps you out.
Also pinned in the live chat. Did you say, wait, this is pinned in the live chat?
No, I said it will be pinned in the live chat.
Okay, very good. Yeah, pinned in our live chat tonight, Bare Knuckle FC Fight TV is where it's at, and everyone that uses the link pinned in the live chat, and we have a link in the description as well. Everyone that uses that link gives us a little kickback when it comes to us ordering the event. So if you're going to order the Bare Knuckle event or anything else, boxing, whatever they show on Fight TV, F-I-T-E TV, check out our link over there and be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm looking forward to this, Bare Knuckle with the ladies.
I'm looking forward to it all, Moss.
Oh, the whole row.
Yeah.
XMMA is going to be wonderful, wonderful. UFC is going to be wonderful, wonderful. Bare Knuckle, wonderful, wonderful. Will Harris was on Twitter and said something about it was a cool tweet talking about how basically if he has a video, makes a video of Khabib throwing out the garbage, he's making millions of views, right? Millions of views on his videos. But if he does something low key and he's showing another fighter do something, you don't get as much, but it's just as rewarding, to see these other fighters. And he asked, who is next? And someone that raised her hand, I forgot her name. Jesse James. What's her name? Jesse. What the hell's her name? Fuck, I forgot her name.
Jesse James?
What's her name? Jesse James? Jesse, that's her nickname. The Australian chick.
Jesse Jess?
Jesse Jess, yes. But isn't it Jesse James?
No.
Jesse James? Jess?
No.
Or just Jesse Jess? What's her last name?
Jesse Jess.
Jesse what? Why am I forgetting her name? And she liked a response over here. Where is it? Oh man, we got so many fucking notifications. Why are we having a? Does anyone jerk off to her on Instagram or something? Someone give her a name.
The cute one, the with the tattoos.
Jessie Jess. Here she is. Jessie Jess. But what the fuck's her last name? Why am I forgetting her last name? This is crazy. Someone throw her name in the chat. Now it's driving me nuts. Yeah, I know it's Jessie Jess, but what the hell?
Jessica Rose Clark.
Rose Clark. Jason, thank you. I'm gonna suck your dick now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, Jason, thank you. So she threw her name in the hat for Will Harris to document her. Would you watch that Anatomy of a Fighter?
Oh, heck yeah.
Right?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah.
And I go, do it. That's what I said, Jesse. I said, do it. Do it. Jesse liked it. Jesse Jess liked it. So maybe will go over there and have sex with Jesse Jess. I think
said it on a Twitter post a long time ago. I said Jesse Jess might be the only woman in the world that I would go lesbian for.
Yes. Can I watch?
No.
Why?
Because you're not privy to that.
But if you went lesbian, you'd be cheating on me. But let me watch.
Then it's not cheating?
You're not cheating.
Okay.
Yes. I'll sit in the corner like a creep with
a glass of scotch in your hand and a cat in your lap.
Yeah, with Drunk Savage.
Stroking the cat.
Me and Drunk Savage will be sipping on some scotch and watching it, very in the shadows. Yeah. So Jessie Jess over there, she says, "Yeah, pick me, pick me." That'd be a good anatomy.
Yeah.
Especially with Jessie Jess, she's marketed herself great. She got smart. She decided to go on Instagram and just put a bunch of like half naked pictures over there.
They're not half naked.
Yeah.
They're actually very tasteful. Compared to what we've seen other fighters post.
You know who's
She just looks hot doing it.
You know who's getting some traction over here? Hannah Goldie.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah. She's got OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, she's showing some skin, but she was always jacked. I interviewed her, man, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, at Premiere.
Yeah, when she was with Alex Nicholson. And, yeah, she's all over the place now. Just because, here's the thing. Well, look at how shredded she is.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's freaking
Fucking
nuts.
jacked.
And she had a son, and she's like bounced back in seconds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's the new guy. Got rid of. You think he's better than Alex Nicholson?
I'm not gonna say because we're friends with Alex Nicholson, but
not really. We just said.
She stepped up her game. I'm not gonna lie. She didn't do bad.
Is that him?
I don't know. No, I don't think that's him.
This guy looks like a fucking midget Luke Rockhold, right? He looks like a dwarfed Luke.
Oh, stop.
Right? Doesn't he look like a smaller Luke? I mean, he's probably a big guy.
Yeah, I don't think he's too small.
But he looks like, I don't know. For some reason, it looks like if Luke Rockhold was like, because he's got the big head. He looks a little bit like Luke Rockhold, right?
I guess.
A dwarf?
I don't know.
A midget Rockhold? So there she is, Hannah. Good for her that she's finding a way to make a little extra scuttles, you know?
Yeah.
Not really doing too well in the UFC, though. You know?
Well, she had one fight? It was like a gimme fight by Dana White.
She's a very good striker, but she's like destined for decisions.
Yeah. Well, most women's fights are.
Yeah, but she's just like, I don't know.
I like her.
Even the regional scene is the same thing. Like, she's a very good striker, but it's just like you're guaranteed. So OnlyFans is the way. Okay. What else do we have in the news?
UFC Hall of Famer Chuck Liddell is set to provide an alternate commentary.
I've heard of this guy before.
For Bkfc 19.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Well, if you wouldn't interrupt me every time I read something. Bkfc 19, alternate commentary provided by Chuck Liddell, according to MMA Fighting Newswire.
So wait, it's Keemstar, Fousey Turd, and Chuck Liddell. Is that what we're saying? Is that really happening?
UFC Hall of Famer Chuck Liddell will step into the commentary booth for the upcoming Bkfc 19 card headlined by Paige Vanzant and Rachael Ostovich. Liddell and his co-hosts Daniel Holloway and Ross Patterson from the Drinkin' Bros Network will be providing a special alternate commentary track available through Fight TV for the upcoming pay-per-view card on July 23rd.
Wait, explain this to me.
Okay, so similar to what the UFC once did with rapper Snoop Dogg and Hall of Famer Uriah Hall for Dana White's Contender Series, Liddell and his friends will be doing their own full commentary and analysis for the fight card taking place in Florida this weekend.
Okay, so he's doing the Chuck cast. So that means Keemstar and Fousey are with Chuck.
No.
What?
No. Keemstar and Fousey are doing their own commentary. Liddell is doing his commentary with Daniel Holloway and Ross Patterson.
So that's the serious one.
Well, that's the one that will be on Fight TV.
Yeah. Okay, and then Bare Knuckle TV will have Keemstar?
We'll have Keemstar and Fousey, or would be my assumptions, is what they're going to do.
Oh, my God. What a mess. What a mess. What's going on here?
Yep. Liddell's inclusion as part of the commentary team will see the UFC legend call Vanzant's second fight in bare knuckle experience after she suffered a loss in her debut to Britton Hart. Vanzant will now face a fellow UFC veteran in Ostovich after previously beating her inside the octagon back in 2019. The upcoming Bkfc 19 card will also feature several influencer fights with stars from YouTube, TikTok, and the music industry squaring off in the bare knuckle action, including rapper Blueface taking on comedian Kane Trujillo. The event will kick off.
Wait, that guy's a comedian?
I guess.
Hold on a second. The guy that's fighting Blueface.
Everyone's a comedian, Moss.
That guy's a comedian.
I guess. The guy facing Blueface.
No way.
Yeah.
What is he a comedian of? That guy is not funny at all.
Comedian Kane Trujillo.
He's like a TikTok guy. So that's
a TikTok comedian?
He'd rather say he's a comedian than a TikTok personality.
I don't know. The event will kick off at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific on Friday, July 23rd with Liddell and his Drinkin' Bros podcast partners. Alternate commentary available through Fight TV.
I have a feeling that if he's drinking with people, he's probably going to be the one doing it.
No, that's the name of the podcast, Drinkin' Bros. I don't think they're going to be drinking while commentating, Moss.
I tell you what.
I mean, they might be, but I don't think they will be.
We should be doing the commentary for everything. Oh, we do. These companies should all be hiring us.
True.
We should be the go-to commentary for everything because let's be serious here. We give you a little bit of it all. You know, we give you the play-by-play. We give you all the details. We give you the cringe, the uncalled for jokes. We give everything to you. It's a one-stop shop. I don't know what the hell Bare Knuckle's doing here. They're confusing everybody. So Bare Knuckle, let's look at this card a little bit. I don't know what they're doing. They're all confusing. Yeah, these guys aren't going to have Tapology pictures. They're all what a mess. So how are we gonna set this thing up?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Because we have 30 minutes left of the show. I have to go turn a light on because she's been sleeping too long.
Why?
Because she won't sleep tonight if I don't. So I got to go turn a light on. It's okay.
Man.
We have 30
You're gonna
minutes
wake her up?
No, I just got to turn a light on to encourage her to wake up. I'm not gonna wake up a sleeping baby.
Why not just wake her up? Or just walk in there after the show and be like, wake. It's like too many rules with this baby stuff. Anyway. Yeah, so Bare Knuckles going down, and we're going to react to it Friday night on this channel. Live, the MMA-Holes. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button, friends. What are we doing here? We're 123. We want 200 likes. Hit the like button. Be wonderful, wonderful. Appreciate everyone that hit that like button each and every week, each and every night. We are live on this channel. If you missed the interview with Big Mo, we'll run it back when the stream is over. Watch it from the beginning. We did about 45 minutes with him, and I got to say, it was wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Good guy. Looking forward to seeing what he's got to bring to the XMMA cage.
Super chat.
A super chat. Hey, Damien, just dropping a sticker over there. Thank you to all the donators tonight. You guys keep us alive on this channel. Appreciate that. And if anyone says prayers, if you can say a prayer, because I'm not a prayer person, but I will keep this person in my thoughts. A good friend of mine, has a situation going on. That's why I walked off before. So just put them, religious friends out there. If you're religious, if you're in tune with the God, the big guy upstairs, if you could say a prayer for my friend who, got something going on. So it's a little distracting to think about. So hopefully he's okay. And God bless. God bless. So this card, let's look at what else we got on this bare knuckle thing. So Britain Hart, talk about a slap in the face, right? You beat Paige Vanzant. You get the, you pull the spotlight away from her, and now you're the co-main event to a Paige Vanzant fight. Like, bare knuckle gives no fooks. It's like, I'm sorry, but Paige Vanzant, she's a bigger name. So, you're co-main event. So Britain Hart's got to have a little chip on her shoulder. I saw she walked out during the what's it called? The the media scrum with the reporters and all that stuff. She walked out and had this like little temper tantrum. So I think she's a little upset about it. But yeah, Britain Hart's the co-main event. Arnold Adams versus Mick Terrell. Taylor Jenkins versus Casey Robb. They're two tough broads over there. So, and then you're flowing into Jared Warren versus Zion Tomlinson. And then you're getting into those weird TikTok, YouTube situations over there. So, yeah. Light Likes wants to have sex with the MMA-Hole. Wow.
Well, that's nice.
That's nice. Make sure you wear rubber. You never know. All right, what other stories do we got?
All right. Okay. Anthony Smith says Conor McGregor wasn't any more injured than Dustin Poirier at UFC 264.
I tell you what. Anthony Smith. You're never going to be a champion. Why are you so bitter? Is that why you're so bitter? It's just like you're just floating around. Do good. Fall. Do good, fall. And now he's trying to get ready to be a commentator and a media member. Is that what we're transitioning to right now? Anthony Smith.
I guess.
That was Lionheart.
I think he likes to just like kind of dig under the skin a little bit.
Is that what's going on here, Lionheart? Are we trying to transition to a media member here? I see what your glasses on and the whole deal. Is that what we're going with this? Okay, what were we saying? They had this, the injury was what, the same? What happened here? What's the story?
Okay, so he basically says, according to Shaquille of MMA Mania, in the aftermath of the leg break, McGregor leaned on allegations that he suffered stress fractures leading up to the fight. But earlier this month, Smith, who has suffered no shortage of injuries in MMA, boasts 51 fights, refused to give McGregor a pass. He said everyone who loses has an excuse.
Whoa. The mighty Ellie.
The quote's right here. Okay.
Whoa. What a cute little kid. Get him, Ellie. Slaying dragons.
Hope your friend is okay, praying hands.
Hey, Joe B, that was really nice of you. And drops a $16 dono. $16 dono. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, let's look what Anthony Smith said over here. Thank you to all the donators. Appreciate that. All right, what do we say here? His excuses are very invalid to me. Anthony Smith Lionheart Smith explains to RJ why the notion of Conor McGregor's leg being injured pre-fight against Dustin Poirier isn't legitimate reason for McGregor's loss. So Anthony Smith is not. It's just, excuses. Anthony Smith says excuses. Anthony Smith is the guy who could have took the Aljamain Sterling route and had a title and could have been the guy to beat John Jones, but instead was a real man and decided to get back up and say, "No, I'm fine, and let's keep going." Sounds like you're a little bitter there, Anthony Smith. You should have took the belt and put the blemish on John Jones's record. Had a chance to go back to a camp, retool, and get the rematch with a belt over your shoulder. But that didn't happen there, Anthony Smith, did it? So now you're kicking a dog when he's down. Poor guy says he has an injury on the way in. And the worst thing you can do as a human being, no matter what, is say that someone's not as injured as they say they are. Conor McGregor said it to RDA, and that was terrible. Said he was on his period. Trash talking. But Conor McGregor was supposed to fight that man. Anthony Smith was not supposed to fight a Conor McGregor. Anthony Smith is just doing his job as a member of the media. And he is attacking Conor McGregor, a man that has a leg split in half. What kind of human being? What kind of human being is Anthony Smith? Terrible. Terrible person here. Terrible person. I don't know what to say, Anthony Smith. I don't know. I'm lost for words.
All aboard!
Jumps!
I know getting all of these former and current MMA fighters to be media members seemed like a good idea, but it's obvious all they do is spew jealousy every night. Dana needs to reel these guys in.
It is not a good idea. Now if they're going to analyze and break down fights, yes, it's a good idea, right? If they're doing color commentary or they're just doing analysis of fights, like I would rather listen to Anthony Smith break down a fight than Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas doing slow-mo and all this shit. It's like, dude, you've never been in an octagon. It's like me doing fucking slow-mo. Like really? Like, what am I going to break down a fucking fight? I've never been in fucking octagon. There's Ellie. Ellie's up. Welcome, Ellie. How you doing, kiddo? But Anthony Smith has been in the cage, so he can do that stuff. But there's levels to this game when it comes to breaking down fights and positions and movement and the whole thing and what's going on inside a fighter's head, whatever. And being a media member. Anthony, stay in your lane, kid. Stay in your lane. Because you don't know what you're fucking talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about over here. Terrible. Terrible human being. And thank you, Chubbs, for the donation. I mean, I'm besides myself.
Super
I can't believe
chat.
it. I can't believe you say something. Brewster.
Mose, I'm not very religious, but I hope your friend gets better fast. Dr. Stoppage.
Thank you. And Dr. Stoppage. Ellie. Dr. Stoppage. Hi, kiddo. Welcome to the stream. Ellie from her nap. The great Ellie. Big smile. Big smile, baby. Hi. Want to spin her around for the peoples? Dr. Jones. Yeah, it is true, though. Like, and even if you are a color commentator, there is clear bias from actual fighters, or they're saying with the judging too that have former fighters as judges, where they're human beings like everyone else. So if they've trained with people or they favor certain people that have been in their circle or whatever, they're going to be biased and unbiased. So tired? How was your nap? Huh. Ellie, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones. All right, Ellie's here. All right, what else do we have in the news? What else do we got here?
So you covered the Anthony Smith thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much thoughts. I don't know. It's weird.
So this one, it's
what do you think
linked.
about Anthony Smith?
I mean, I think they're just looking for a reason to hate on Conor, to be honest. So the next one, it's not linked for some reason, so I can't read it to you. I don't know why it's not working, but Artem Lobov basically said Conor should not have been interviewed immediately following the UFC 264 injury.
Well, Captain Obvious. But I tell you what, it made for great TV. If you're a guy that's trying to protect Conor, no, but here's the guy. I've always defend Conor, and I think it's great. I don't know. It doesn't look good. So all the criticism that he's getting, a majority of it is all the stuff after his leg was snapped in half. All the hate that this man's getting is pretty much from that. So technically, I guess if you're trying to protect Conor, but I love it. If they're going to do an interview and their legs snapped in half, let them sink themselves. It's great.
Yeah.
Right, Ellie?
She's touching your arm.
So she's figured out how to use these things, these hands.
Yeah. Oh, she discovered her foot yesterday, guys. Not that any of you guys care, but she did. She discovered she had a foot yesterday.
Ellie, what do you think about, there are some people that float around the interweb and say, I'm going to be a bad father. What do you think? What do you think about those people? Do you think they're a bunch of morons? Yeah? Yeah, you think they're morons? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, she thinks you're an idiot. Okay. So, Artem, am I surprised? No. Whatever. Okay. Thank you, Artem.
Michael Chandler's eyeing a December return, so he looks to come back this year, and he says Justin Gaethje has no interest in fighting him.
Yeah, Gaethje's turning everything down. Well, Ali Abdelaziz is turning everything down.
Well, that could be rumor, though. I mean, Chandler could just be talking some shit to get Gaethje to say something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It would be a great fight. It would, but Gaethje's going to chill, wait for Poirier to turn down the title, and then Gaethje's going to slip right in.
Well, according to Matthew Wells of MMA Junkie, Michael Chandler is searching for a dance partner for his return to action, but says one fellow top-ranked lightweight isn't interested in sharing the cage with him. Chandler, a former Bellator champ and UFC title challenger, is trying to lock in an opponent before the end of 2021. With 2 fights under his belt with the UFC, including a loss in a wild back-and-forth battle for the vacant lightweight title against Charles Oliveira at UFC 262, Chandler is still in the mix with the top names of the division. While it may seem there are plenty of options available for him for his next fight, he says he's confused why former interim champ Justin Gaethje won't sign a contract to fight. According to Gaethje, the pair were supposed to meet at UFC 262, but plans shifted and Chandler met Oliveira instead. Chandler has his eyes set on returning in December following his loss to Oliveira, saying, I needed time to recalibrate, heal up, take care of my body, take care of my family. However, he's perplexed why Gaethje hasn't taken the fight. Ali Abdelaziz, Gaethje's manager, recently stated in an interview that his client should be fighting for the title in his next. He also firmly stated, I think Michael Chandler doesn't deserve anything.
Okay. What do you think, Jess? What do you
think the baby's pooping right now.
Oh, the baby's probably pooping.
I feel.
Yeah, she looks like she's struggling.
I feel
right
her
now.
Pooping.
Ellie, what do you think about Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje? Should they fight? What do you think?
She's like, don't mind me. I'm just squeezing out this
who do you think's going to fight Charles Oliveira then? I mean, if, what's going on? Is Gaethje waiting?
I think Gaethje, listen, I think Chandler's kind of saying this stuff to try and get, under Gaethje's skin a little bit, get him to start talking so that they can kind of create a back and forth to lead up to some kind of fight being put together. And I don't think Dana White would be opposed to putting that fight together.
You see the rankings? My boy Conor's still top 10, Jesse. You can't bump him. You can't bump him down that list too far.
Yeah.
All right, so Conor sitting at 9. We have Makhachev moving up to number 5.
Yeah.
Ellie, what do you think about Makhachev moving up to 5?
Thanks for the input, Ellie. Thank you.
Yes. Makhachev moving up to number 5 makes Ellie want to poop. So Makhachev sitting at top 5 over there, very nice. Bumps Tony Ferguson down in RDA. Conor McGregor as well. Dan Hooker sitting at the number 8 spot. And so this is interesting now. This is UFC putting Makhachev in a place. I think they're pushing him up a little too fast, to be honest. I think they're doing that, but okay. Yeah. Now you have Dariush, you have Chandler, you have Gaethje, you have Poirier. A lot of people are talking about Dariush for Makhachev dancing together. Mm-hmm. And if that is the case, if there's no one available for Dariush to fight, he has to take the fight. He has no choice.
It's not like a fight that doesn't make any sense. I mean.
So, all right, let's talk about if you're Benny, right? Mm-hmm. Would you take Chandler, Makhachev? Who would you take, or Gaethje? Who would you fight?
I mean, Gatesy makes more sense for him, and he's been saying that he deserves a title shot and stuff, and he feels that he's been slighted by Dana White. So if he were smart, he would take Gatesy, but I don't think Dana White's going to put that together.
But if you're looking at these guys, you might say, hey, the least dangerous guy, and listen, I'm saying it because it's still premature with Islam. We don't really know much about the guy yet. You would have to think Gaethje and Chandler are more dangerous for Dariush.
Yes.
So maybe he does take this Islam fight. I mean, it's like pick your poison, you know? Justin Gaethje's in a weird situation. He's in a bizarre. I think Ali's like, hey, how long are you willing to sit? Because I think when the dust settles, that fight with Oliveira is going to be there.
Yeah.
So say if Gaethje fights Oliveira, you have Poirier waiting around for some crazy fight. You have Dariush, Chandler, and Makhachev. It's basically going to be the first one to take a fight gets it.
Mm-hmm.
So Benny and Makhachev might be real. Where does that leave Chandler? Damn, man, it's a weird situation. I guess it's a good situation for matchmakers because you got all guys that would match up for decent fights.
Yeah.
A stacked division. I was laughing. I had the stream on at the gym. I was listening to a little bit of the replay where people were saying stacked division. And all I keep on thinking about is how Khabib is so far ahead of everyone else. Like it's really tough for me to wrap my head around a stacked division when Khabib was literally, he would slaughter all these guys, you know? Like it's like we need to.
But Khabib's not here anymore, so you gotta look at it as
it's a stacked division. If Khabib wasn't here, super stacked.
Thank you.
Sherry, a member for 3 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry.
Very nice of you, Sherry Walker. All right. So anyway,
yeah.
Any thoughts on that division or?
No, I mean, listen, we've gone over this division a million times over the last week. I don't think there's really much more for us to say, to be quite honest.
I want to see. Give me some matchups.
Yeah, why don't we start talking about it when they finally put the fights together?
Yeah.
How about that?
It's becoming the annoying division.
Yeah, because we're just sitting here coming up with all these speculations. It just doesn't make any sense at this point.
No more what ifs anymore. Give Charlie Olives a fight. What's next for Islam? Michael Chandler. Come on, we're all fired up. He's here. Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Fuck all that. Let's talk about Nate Diaz calling out Usman. Everybody joking about him getting the title shot, but he's actually probably going to get the title shot.
Don't be surprised if we get Nate Diaz versus Dustin Poirier. Don't be surprised if that. Although Nate Diaz did say he wanted to fight at 170, but I'm thinking Nate Diaz Poirier, a novelty 170 fight. They're saying that Nate Diaz might headline Madison Square Garden. That's what they're saying. There's talks that Nate Diaz might headline Madison Square Garden. So who do you put in front of him? Do you have another BMF fight?
Yeah.
With Jorge?
I don't know.
Do you give him a title? The Usman title shot. I mean, it's so. The UFC has given people off of losses, but this would be so extreme.
Yeah. I don't know.
And you're asking for Diaz to die. I'm
gonna leave it to you in the chat for the remaining 10 minutes, Moss. She needs a diaper change. I think she's done.
Ellie, you need a diaper change?
And she stinks.
You smelly, baby? Smelly Ellie? Yeah, man. I'm stinky.
Oop. All right.
All right, so Ellie's getting us. So let's figure this out here. Who is Nate gonna fight in Madison Square Garden? It looks like they're targeting him for that. I mean, he could fight Dustin Poirier. A 170 fight with Dustin Poirier. Poirier doesn't have to. He wanted to fight Conor at 170 in the trilogy fight. So why not do that? The guy that split Conor's leg in half fights the guy that went to war with Conor multiple times, headlining Madison Square Garden. You might be able to sell that thing. I tell you what, Diaz versus Poirier might be something that happens. I know probably people don't want that, but I think that's kind of realistic, which leaves the door open for Justin Gaethje versus Charles Oliveira. I don't think Dustin wants any part of that. He'd rather get paid. Let's see what you're saying. Nate versus Edwards rematch? Nate versus Izzy?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Usman wants the payday. I guarantee you he doesn't care what Nate is coming off.
Oh, yeah. Usman would take it in a second. There's not a doubt in my mind. But I think even the UFC would be like, okay, there's got to be a line. You know? It's not like Jose Aldo, right? Like where Jose Aldo came off a loss, but it was controversial, and he, was arguably the best freaking featherweight. This is Nate Diaz, who lost pretty bad. He had that epic comeback at the end, but he lost really, really bad in that fight for the most part. So the putting together Usman. Listen, would I watch it? Of course, I'd be all over it. But that would be the first time where the UFC really makes me scratch my head, because I mean, you're legit saying fuck weight classes, like completely. Nick and Nate, yes, the brothers. Nick and Nate versus Jake and Logan in a 4-way cage match. That should headline Madison Square Garden. I heard CM Punk is going back to wrestling too. So if anyone cares about that. All right, let's see what the chat says about this situation here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people think, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around Usman versus Diaz. Listen, I would love to crowbar the angle, but besides money, I mean, money is a big thing. Was Lawler versus Nick co-main? That's co-main in the upcoming fight. Colby versus Nate. Ooh. Well, that would be fun. If they can't lock up the Colby Covington versus, yeah, that would be fun. I mean, I don't think Nate wins, but that would be a lot of fun. Conor McGregor versus Vigo wheelchair match. Yeah, I would see that. I'm down. Nick versus Nate. Diaz versus Black Beast. Wheelchair MMA with a Conor screaming. Nate wanted to fight at 185. That's true. Yeah, he did say he wanted to fight Poirier at 185. Who knows? Maybe they'll make it a 6-round fight. I want to see RDA versus Conor, a fight that was supposed to happen at UFC 196. Who knows? Maybe when Conor does come back. I do believe that they're going to give him something as a tune-up, I would imagine. And not like RDA is a tune-up, but at that time when he comes back, who knows? RDA is a little bit older. Still trying to cut to that 155. Rachel is hotter than Paige. You know, I'm not like, it's kind of weird. I'm not like into either of them, to be honest. But I sway towards Paige if I had to choose. Rachel looks like fucking a female Lou Ferrigno. Like I kind of don't get it. Like those thick eyebrows, and I don't know. I just, yeah, a little too thick for me, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, she looking like she's like a She-Hulk. Not my type at all. I don't know, a little mannish in the features, but I mean, listen, everyone's got this. Everyone likes their things. She looks like she might be really hairy too. You know, you let the legs go a little bit too long. You know, if she misses a couple of days, you might get lost in her legs. I think Paige is better, my opinion. Who do you think is better, Paige or Rachel in the chat? This is the burning question.
Wonderful, wonderful.
DVSV with the deuce.
Nate versus Usman will be Nate getting dominated for 5 rounds. Then in the last 20 seconds of round 5, Nate will catch Usman in an inescapable triangle choke, but will waste too much time flipping off the audience and not get the finish. Nate claims victory. Maybe that might happen. It sounds familiar, but yeah, that might happen. Yeah, I mean, I think we all know that, you know, Usman Nate wouldn't be good. It wouldn't work out well for Nate. That wouldn't be good. And you know, Usman would be all over it for sure. He would definitely take that fight. But it's just like if Nate beat Edwards, I mean, they would make that fight in 2 seconds. Like the fight would have been booked already. Go look at some of these other stories and see what else, Jesse. Oh, that was it for the news. All right, so the 3 events that we are all hyped up on. I don't know, at Bellator. Oh shit, Bellator is coming too. So the weekend of XMMA is going to be pretty fire because we have XMMA, and then Bellator AJ McKee versus Pitbull. Patricio Pitbull is going down. That weekend's going to be fire, man. I think this weekend was supposed to be Fury Wilder too, which kind of sucks, but that's gone from us. But let's go over to, let's see what's coming up here. The schedule's pretty active. This could be a good July. Good ending to the month. All right, so we got this fight night this Saturday. And we already talked about bare knuckle. You got one championship. If they come back at, you know, decent times, might dabble back down that road. You got LFA, who's been pretty consistent as well. I have not paid attention. Anything good coming out of LFA? I know the UFC has plucked from them many of times.
And in the older days, we used to pay. And here it is, Bellator 263. Pitbull versus McKee. I think this is the greatest fight in Bellator history. This thing it's super excited, super juiced. You got the young up-and-coming star fighting the face of Bellator. It's great. It's going on the same night as this. It's going up against Hall versus Strickland, which I'm very interested in this. But my goodness. So you have XMMA, which, come on, Tapology. You got to get rid of this LFA bullshit and put XMMA here. You got XMMA on Friday, which will be showing the fights live. Then you have Bellator 263, which is let me figure out how is this going to get fucked up for me. So 6 p.m. Eastern time is when the prelims start. I guess that means 10 p.m. We got the main card starting. And then, oh man, come on, why'd it go all the way back? We have the UFC Fight Night. That's Vegas, Hall versus Strickland, which is, I really like this card because I'm a fan of Uriah Hall, but I like Strickland as well. What am I doing here? Oh, God damn it. You go back and it just goes all the way back. Come on. What should we doing? What are we doing here? Here we go. Interesting poster. I got the GOAT Sam Alvey. Roman Kopylov. Let's see. Oh my God, Cheyenne buys again. I am not. I am on record as saying I'm not the biggest fan of her. Oh, she's fighting that chick from the Contender Series. Okay, that's interesting. Ho Kang versus Yaya. Ronnie Yaya back in the mix. Brian Barbereta, who's a tough dude. We got Montana. Nico Montana, the former champion. It's tough for me to say that with a straight face. Versus Yanan Wu. Ashley Yoder. People like Ashley Yoder. Nicholas Stoltz versus Lazez. That's actually a pretty decent fight. All right, so it's a fight night card, man. Abba Karakmov. Definitely said that wrong. Versus Chris Daukus. Oh, it's a long card, too. All right, what time does this thing start? 6 p.m. as well. Fuck. Well, I'm not even going to give a shit. Let's see what else. Oh, God, I hate this. What are we doing here, Tapology? Why do you go? I backspace. Why do we go all the way back to the beginning? See who's on this thing. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Nothing's sticking out. All right, so I will literally skip the entire card and then pay attention to the main event. Oh, Usman Nurmagomedov. Manny Muro. Okay. All right, I got interest in that. But for the most part, it's just the main event. This is what I'm about. All right, so we'll be paying attention to the UFC for like 95% of the time. 5% will go back for Pitbull versus McKee. I don't like hot girls fighting at all. Oh, my God. Yoder Fitz. Hall going to piece up Dickland. I'm leaning towards Hall, but I tell you what, Strickland's the type of guy that knows how to win a decision. He knows how to piece those things together. TJ will know what being really tired in the cage is like without cheating. They're all pigs. Naturally, for some reason, the uglier the better for women fighting. That's terrible. That's a terrible thing to say. What a pig. Anyway, if you missed the beginning of the show, we had our new friend of the show, Big Mo, who will be announcing XMMA, discussed a little bit of the bare knuckle, the UFC. We found out about his backstory. He will be the voice of XMMA 2. And if you'd like to do yourself a favor, go give him a follow. Go check him out. Go check out his IG. I'll pull it up for you right now. I just got a bunch of pictures of like Hannah Goldie, and let's go down the rabbit hole of people that we've looked at on Instagram. Actually, I'm just gonna pull them up like this. Where are you, Big? Official.bigmo. Official.bigmo on the IG. Go say the MMA-Holes sent you, and he'll be doing the cage interviews. He actually did a announcement for the MMA-Holes, which is wonderful.
Wonderful.
So if you want to check out the customized announcement, which was really nice of him to do, go check that out. Our sponsors, links are in the description for that. If you want to watch Bare Knuckle FC, that's pinned in a live chat. We also have a link in the description if you're watching the replay. I kept on wanting to say King Mo too. Did I say King Mo? No, you said Big Mo. I said Big Mo. I almost said King Mo during the interview. I just wanted to say it, and I'm like, don't say King Mo, say Big Mo. But we found out about his penis size, the whole deal. He was very open in his interview, and that's what I like in a guest. He knows how to have a good time. So if you're going to be in South Carolina, you want to hang with the boys? Hang with the boys! I tell you what, Jesse, when we go to one of these events, and we go to these after parties, it's going to be lit. It's going to be fucking lit. MMA-Holes after party, that's going to be a good fucking time. Right? We get the babysitter. We go to an event. We go to the fucking after party and we rage. One's in the chat if you want to rage, baby. One's in the chat if you want to rage with the MMA-Holes. Want to rage?
Wonderful, wonderful.
But until then, we'll be doing shows from the studio. But XMMA 3, if we're invited back, I don't know, after that interview, they might not invite us back. Good people over there. Oh, we got some ragers in the chat. We got people, we've got ragers. We got howling. Oh, imagine this whole fucking crew from all over the world. We hit an event. We go nuts. After party, the whole deal. That'd be fun. Hopefully my heartburn's better by then. I got a doctor's appointment about my heartburn. Got some problems. So I gotta get that fixed. Jesse's giving me the light. It's like a comedy act where you get the red light in the back. Did you get that when you did stand up? There was a red light that in the back that you have to get off the stage. It's like, I feel like you're giving me that. It's like the Apollo clown pulling me out. By the way, a shout out to the Max Headroom post. That was actually pretty funny. Oh, so Ann put it up there? Who put it up? Yeah, Ann put it up. Oh, so funny, man. So Ann dropped it on Twitter. I tell you what, man, that's pretty spot on. He looks just like Max Headroom. Max Headroom was the best. If I'm going to look like someone, I want to look like a Max Headroom. Yeah, baby, 50K, Greg Cobb. Cannot wait for that. I think August was the month for 50K. But who knows? With XMMA and some big events, we have Bare Knuckle. We should get some good subscribers for that. So who knows? Maybe, what do you think? The end of July, end of August? By the end of this summer, we'll be at 50K. And I can't wait. I'll get my next tattoo. 2 tattoos. And that'd be amazing. All right. See all the posters over here. We're covering every event. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Hit the like button. And if you'd like to share the video, that would be nice as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.